market debt, almost by definition, is supposed to be debt that's kind of risky. You get a high return because it's risky. European debt isn't supposed to be that risky. And you can see back here, early on, it was much cheaper to guarantee, it's called a credit default swap guarantee. It's much cheaper to guarantee European debt than emerging market debt. As of yesterday, they've come together. So things could still happen. It may not, you never know. That is a worrisome sign for Europe. Okay? USA remains the most sovereign nation. What I mean by the most sovereign nation, if there were ever a trade war, God forbid, the US, believe it or not, our international trade only accounts for about 11% of our GDP. We don't have food to feed ourselves, we don't have a problem with energy, but you know, there's a lot of it kind of self-contained because of the vastness of the resources in this incredible country. The United States-European complex, as it were, also known as the Western world, is entirely, totally still dominant in the world economy, though it has been suffering recently from a crisis of confidence on both sides. Here's a very interesting graph, at least to me, and that is that this is the market share of the global gross domestic product. The green line is the USA. The red line is Europe. And then I'll find out the other couple of key lines. China is this purple line at the bottom. Oops. And Japan is this line. Now this is fascinating. If you go back to 1971, the global share of GDP was 35% Europe, about 28% USA, and almost 0% here. Japan was about 10%. The US is about the same level as it was, but Europe has been progressively coming down. Because that's another thing that you hear, you know, in the newspapers and that we're not competing. And let's talk about debt. There's a big issue now. And this is just a couple of odd comments about debt. It's also a little bit different than you may think. For example, in 2010, this is from the IMF, and I've used rounded thousands of dollars here, Japan has $50,000 of government debt, public debt, government debt per person. Italy 40,000, Greece 38, France 32,000. USA's got $31,000 of public debt per person. UK has got 23%, and Ireland has got 23,000, and Ireland has got 21,000. A good measure is what percentage of gross domestic product. The higher that number, you know, the more burdensome the debt is. And you can see Japan is close to 200% of GDP. US is just over half, 55%. UK is about 68%, Ireland is about 65%. So this is the percentage of 18-year-olds in education in 2000 versus 2008. Standouts are places like Belgium, 83%, Denmark, Germany, Ireland at 90%, Greece, Spain, Netherlands at 83%. The UK, not a standout, 51%. USA decidedly not a standout at 65%. That's part of our problem right now. We've got 65% of our 18-year-olds in education. And where's Germany? Germany's got 87%. Not good, is it?